Some 3,000 house floats across the region, across the country, and actually around the world. It's something that caught on like wildfire. But some of the folks doing these things really went all out. John and Rhonda, tell me about your house float in Marrero. Where did you come up with this wild idea?
Well, actually, we ride in the Combel Custom Cruisers. It's a car club, and we ride in 10 or 12 parades a year. And when they said that we weren't going to be able to participate in the parades, we thought, well, okay, let's show everybody what we actually see when we do ride in the parades. Because we don't see the floats passing by and all that. What we see is people hanging over barricades, waiting in line to go to the portalette, a lot of trash in the road, beads hanging in the trees. And we see a lot of smiles on people's faces. And so we just decided to portray what we see. And one thing led to another. People started asking about the portalette, if they could use it. And I said, well, gosh, I guess I should have put a barricade up. And then ding, it was like, barricades, we need that. And just every day, we just added on one thing after the other.
You know, when you look at it, you really get that feeling that you're at a parade. You didn't just capture a float. You have the buggy, you have the barricades, you have the ladders, you have the people, you have the porta potty, you have floats, you have characters. It's like an entire parade right there in your yard.
Yeah, it's just and on Mardi Gras Day, we actually are gonna start having we're gonna probably throw some beads to the cars that pass by and do some other things. Just because we miss Mardi Gras so much, and I'm sure everybody else does too.
Yeah, it's great that while we can't have the full experience of Fat Tuesday, of Carnival, that folks like you are bringing us at least a taste of it and giving us the opportunity to savor the little bit that we can experience during this pandemic. So John, how much did all this cost? And at any point were you like, wait a minute, we're getting a little out of control here?
No, basically what happens is a lot of things that I create. I'm a custom car builder. So the buggies, we build our own and customize them. I'm also a Shriner. We do a lot for Shriner Hospital. And so when we ride in the parades, our biggest motive for everybody that's riding, normally 15 to 20 cars, is we stop for all the crippled children and pay them a lot of attention. Because, you know, a lot of times you ride in the parades and everybody wants to kiss you and everybody wants that big bead. But when you get out and you give that child a toy or a bead in a parade in a wheelchair, that's the biggest glory and honor of all of riding in these parades.
So cost was not your concern. It was about bringing happiness to the children who would come and see your house float or your house parade, as it were.
Absolutely. What it is that it puts me and Rhonda together because we both create this. She's the designer and I'm a good help and an auto painter. But cost wise, yes, it does get expensive at times to do things like this. But we brought so much joy to the West Bank and to the people in our neighborhoods. We decorate for every season, no matter what it is. We'll have Easter bunnies jumping out here right after Mardi Gras, I promise you.
So if folks want to come by and get this full.
One of our biggest costs is.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. One of our biggest costs is the eating out every night and trying to pick up trash from all the local different restaurants and all that's around here. Because, you know, I said, oh, well, you know, we got to support Popeyes, we got to support Joe's Cafe, we got to support Rallies. So if you look out in the yard, the trash, that's the most expensive part. Last night we had Domino's. We try, and I wash the trash and then I go out and I pin it down because I don't want it down the street at the neighbor's house. And I mean, actually through all this, I'm meeting neighbors that we never met before. So cost is of no essence really. And, you know, when we ride in the parades, they pay us. And all the money that we do collect, we turn around with our Combel Custom Cruisers and donate it to local charities. That's why Ronald McDonald is the king, because we support the Ronald McDonald House.
Only in Louisiana will you have people saying things like, we wash the trash. And no one's going to blink an eye. They go, oh yeah, because you wanted authentic Mardi Gras parade trash to create this Mardi Gras parade experience as part of your house float. And to us, it makes sense. Other people, wait, they're washing trash and eating out just to get garbage.
Well, that's what we do. I don't want a whole bunch of ant piles in the yard, so we wash the trash, and then hopefully maybe by Mardi Gras Day, the end of the day, maybe we can get IV Waste or Waste Management or somebody out here to clean up our trash.
Come by with the rakes and the leaf blowers and the garbage truck. Looks like a real parade. Right. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're supporting the local businesses and you're getting to eat and you're not just dumpster diving for the trash, and that you're washing it, because of course that's important. So for folks who want to come by and get this experience, tell them where you at.
We had 2512 Cypress Lawn, Marrero, Louisiana, the home of the Combels in Marrero.
So if you just put that in your phone.
Trouble finding it,
All right. Anything else you want folks to know as we see this house float pandemic that has spread throughout our community during the COVID pandemic, and you're playing such a role in bringing us such a wonderful experience?
I just want everybody to know that we're still out there. We're having a parade nightly. We turn on, well, the lights are going to come on automatic, but we turn the bubble machines and the barbecue pit on at about 5. And we want everybody to come by and have a happy, healthy, and very safe Yardi Gras.
Yardi Gras, I love it. So what happens to all this stuff when Carnival's over? Do you have a storage unit? You got a shed? Where are you going to put? I mean, you have a lot of stuff you've accumulated for this. You're going to keep it and do it again next year?
We have storage where we put all our decorations through all the year. So as soon as it's done, we'll bring the trailers and we'll load it up, our employees and all. We'll go put it back in our storage. But next year it'll be a lot bigger, because I think we're going to get our neighbors involved next year. And maybe we can make the whole street like floats in the oaks.
There you go. All up and down your street, everyone putting another piece of the parade together. And before you know it, you're going to have a whole block that's participating in this Yardi Gras. I think we have a tradition now that's starting out of necessity that will continue even when it doesn't have to be there. So John, Rhonda, thank you so much for doing your part to bring some Carnival happiness to us at a time when, well, there's not a whole lot of happiness to go around.
Thank you. And everybody come out and come see the Combels on Cypress Lawn in Marrero, Louisiana.